So starting with ELT 1208, which is the story for covering the UX and functional testing for the Pearson Readers rebranding. Over to Valliyappan. Not even linked with the stories.
As part of UX and functional testing, I have covered little bit actually, and function testing is going on. As part of UX, I have found some minor issues, and I have reported to Sheikh to fix it, and he's working on it. And once he fit in, I will be checking again.
Can we have a look at the page?
Page Pearson Readers. You want to look at the Pearson Readers site, Sue?
Yes. What are the issues? I understood from Valliyappan that there were some issues.
Issues of what are the issues?
Is that what he was saying?
So not major issues, only minor issues. Small issues like a gap between the designs and words overcome. That's it only. Not major issues, only minor issues. So I reported to Sheikh already, and he's working on it.
Okay, fine.
Okay, and Sue, this testing story will be covered for other sprint as well. So I just clone this story for the next sprint as well, so he can continue to test the remaining Pearson Readers rebranding stories, Sue.
Okay, that's fine. Siobhan has just joined us, by the way. Hello.
Hi, Shiban.
Hi, Shivan.
Shiban, I was just introducing our new QA to Sue. So his name is Valliyappan.
Okay.
And he'll be taking over all the testing efforts from our team from now on.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
So pleased to meet you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay, so who is going to present? Okay, Srinidhi will present now.
Okay.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Shiban.
Hi, Shaniti.
So I'll start sharing my screen. Could you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, the first story of mine is ELT1371. As a web manager, I want to update the readers catalog web assets. This is for adding 44 new titles to the readers site. So this is available in stage and test. So I'll present in stage.
Okay.
So user can able to download the teacher resource and can able to see the Amazon links and all other details about the title is available here.
Okay, great. I sent this to Claire to just to do some spot checks, and I think she's fine with it. So that sounds good.
So anything, Shu?
No, I think Claire hasn't come back to me with any problems, so I think it's all good to go.
Okay, Sue. So I'll go to the next user story.
So Trinity, sorry, I've just remembered that we split this story, didn't we?
Yes. Yes, Sue. Totally there was 88 titles, so we split it into two stories. So this time I have implemented 44 titles.
Yeah, and the other lot will go into the next sprint.
Yes,
and
yes,
there are more changes as well. That's fine. Okay, thanks.
So the next one is ELT1380. As an admin, I need the science files uploaded so that they can be accessed. This is for creating a new section in English for specific purposes science. The new section is called Teacher Edition. So we have implemented. I'll go to the test. We have two levels, level 1 and level 2. We have implemented the PDF files which has been shared, so user can view and download the files.
That's so great. Thank you. Move this over so you can see Siobhan a bit better.
And the next story is as an admin, I need the Big English sample added to the website so others can access it. So this is to change the incorrect audio file. So we have changed the correct audio file in level 4. So the correct audios will be downloaded. And Shibon already approved this story. So that's it from my end. I'll stop sharing.
Okay, so moving to Shake stories.
Hi, Shiv.
Hi, Shay.
Share my screen.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it at the moment. Are you sharing? I can.
You're able to see my screen, Shiv?
Yes, I can see it now.
Yeah, okay, Shiv. The story ELT 1425. As a web manager, I want to add carousel items to new catalog landing pages. The story is we have added ISBNs for two carousels on new catalog landing pages, and then changed the title names or title name also. The title name is seasonal favorites and bestsellers. I'll show you the demo.
Okay, thanks.
This is the new catalog landing page. These are the carousel section. We have created as per the live site. This content are just ISBNs in.
We are getting the contents from the live site.
Live site. And when I click it, directly going to the product landing pages. Same as the bestseller carousels. When I click, it's going to product landing page.
Okay.
This whole section are dynamically editable sections. So whenever you want to edit, you can easily edit the whole section. Sure.
Could you show that, please?
Okay. Now the structure, under the structure, click the blocks.
Yeah.
Under the blocks,
Multiple columns.
there is one content, multiple carousels.
Yeah.
And click the config. And switch to plain text editor.
Switch to main text editor.
Yeah, yes. This is the ISBN details for the carousel items. I just add one testing for first ISBN and save. I refresh the page. This is the now
We have limited the text here. That's why we could not able to find the testing option. And sure, I will do one thing. So actually this process is somewhat complicated because you have to go to structure blocks, then you need to find the particular block section. Actually structure is a little bit complex, and I will just add the blocks in a menu section. So once you over the structure, so after the menus tab, I will add the new blocks additionally so that you can easily able to edit all the blocks in English letters page.
Okay, thank you. And are they pulling the, do I need to check the authors or are they pulling automatically from the JSON code that supplies the web catalog? Have you copied and pasted the authors, or is it just drawn from the live site or from the JSON code, so I don't have to check it?
Yeah, no issue. Actually, this all the content is static contents, and we need to give it manually because it won't fetch the all the details from the production site. So because in our old carousel, in our old the last previous design, so we have the multiple carousel sections in the reader's home page. So in that home page also we are doing the same thing because sometimes the stakeholders so wants to change some contents in that slider only, so it is very easy to handle. So that's why we just create it as a static block. So all the contents we need to give it manually. It won't get the content directly from the production site.
Okay. So if we changed the say the Beauty and the Beast title changed in the in the catalog page, would we have to separately go to the carousels and make that change again? I'll give you an example. So say on the catalog landing page, the Beauty and the Beast changes to be the Beauty and the Animal.
Okay.
That title change, do I have to do it in two places? Do I have to say, go and do it in the web catalog, but also come to the carousel and make that change again? You see what I mean?
Yeah, yes, I can understand. So your question is, if you want to if you want to change the Beauty and Beast title or something author, so you your question is whether so once you change here it will auto.
Once you change in the JSON here also, or should I change here also?
Yeah,
manually?
actually in this section we need to change it manually issue. So once you click it, it will go to the product landing page. So this is a dynamic page, and we no need to touch this page because once you change in the product list, I mean the JSON data, so the content will be changed. But here in the carousel we need to do it manually.
Okay, so my point is, we've got a future. In the future, we need to remember that if we make a change like all of these changes going through now to the JSON code, we then have to go and make that change separately and manually to the carousel items if it appears in the carousel.
Yes.
Yeah? Is that the situation?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no automatic connection between the content in the carousel and the content in the web catalog.
Yeah, it is possible. So as of now, no connection between the catalog pages and product listing pages. So it is possible, but now we are using the content as a JSON data. It is not coming from the database. So if we make the same setting, so we need to include the entire JSON data into the English readers page. So the performance wise, definitely it will be affected. So the site loading will be definitely delayed. That's why we didn't go that way, so that we adjust it manually. So in future, if we want, if we changed the content access through the database section, then it is possible. So we can directly do the same functionality here. So once you change in the product listing page, I mean the JSON data, so it will automatically change here also.
But are you saying that if we did that, then the page speed time, the loading time would be slower?
Yes.
It would be. But at the moment, because you've done it in content, it's a faster page load.
Yes, you.
Okay, fine, that's fine. That functionality is fine. I just needed to understand it, because in the future I could give you an updating task and only ask you to update the JSON code, and then the two products would get, well, the single product, Beauty and the Beast, would get out of sync, wouldn't it? It would be represented differently if I didn't understand that it's not drawing its data from one single database. It's a content management issue, is all I'm saying. I do need to know the background to it.
Yes, you.
Yes,
okay. Thank you.
Sheikh will continue.
And the next user story. ILT 1426. As a web manager, I want to add a catalog search filter to subcatalog pages in the site. In the story, we have added the new dynamic search filter blocks to the subcatalog pages, like readers, active, and search result pages. I will show you the demo. The reader search page. As per your suggestion, we have created the two blocks. The left one is search filtering functionalities, and then the rest of the right side content where this is fully search result content. We have followed the same. We have followed the same things as active pages and 6 pages also.
Great, thank you.
And the search result pages also, we have followed the same thing. That's it, this story. Moving on to the next user story. ELP 1424. As a web manager, I have content changes for readers homepage testimony. We have done all the changes what you mentioned in the description box. I will show you the demo one by one.
Thank you.
The first one is make 3 catalog blocks learning life content, which leads to a new catalog landing pages which should have this URL readers learning. Is just only this is the section. We have created new designs for these sections as we provided last week, and they shared the link respective pages, catalog landing pages. Directly going to catalog landing pages. This is the first one, and the second one is rotating banner changes displayed here. Open the document. As per the document, we have created the rotating banner, carousel rotating banner. We have full width image, having one heading and one CTA buttons. We have created as per the documents. The first banner, this was the second banner.
Thank you.
Third point is reading access content row. Change this thing here. This is the reader accessible section. As per the document, we have increased the font size in heading and descriptions, and created CTA buttons, and respective buttons you have the respective pages there in the C level. These all are editable one.
Great, thank you.
And the next one is catalog block here. This is the previous design. Now we want to change some new design here. We want me to create 2 blocks. The right side block is only image, and the left side block is heading, the description, and the CTA button.
Yeah. That's great, thanks. That's much better.
Okay. And then next one is replace header banner image on the image. It's already done, and you reviewed it.
Yeah, I saw that.
The setup.
You have any suggestions about this user story? Because we have changed the content and the changes as per your request. So, do you have any other suggestions on this story issue?
Sorry, could you say that again? I couldn't quite understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
That's it.
Okay. That's it.
Sorry, what was it you said? I didn't quite understand.
Okay, so shall we move to the next user story?
Did you go back to the homepage story? I wasn't sure that we had finished going through the changes.
Okay.
Did we go back to 1424? Is that the one? If that's the one? So in Jira.
Jira.
In the Jira story, we were working down the list of points for the story, and we got as far as so move catalog block above reading access block, and then replace header banner image. Did we miss catalog block above? Has that been done?
Yeah, that one is done to you. I'll show you.
Okay.
So the first one is move catalog block above reading access block.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, this one's you.
Yeah. And then after that, the banner image, which is fine. And then after that, I've got a point about the vanity URLs.
Yeah, vanity URL is also done. So this one is coming from English.com. So I have changed the vanity URL in English.com test server. So I'll show you. So, first one is readers, and it will point out to the readers.english.com homepage.
Okay, great. Thank you.
This one is test page, and the redirection has been done. The same thing. I have added the second one, the English reader. So it will directly go to the English readers page, english.com/English readers page. Will go to the readers.com/English readers.
Yeah.
And third one is change title URL of the page why use readers to above readers. So before that it was having the why use readers URL. So now we have changed it to the above readers.
Okay.
So this one. So this one.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And next one is help to the Kickstarter. So this is a design fixes in Kickstarter because we was having the different template, different style for Kickstarter. So we have applied the same style, same new rebranded style for the Kickstarter this page too.
Great, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Then we are just using the same header and footer. And next one is there is student certificate from the. Okay, so this one is a menu changer. So before that we was using student support under the help for student sub menu. So as per your suggestion, we have deleted that one and we have added a new menu like using readers, and we have point out into about/users.
Brilliant. Using readers, great, thank you. Sorry, who am I talking to at the moment? Is that Sheikh? Am I talking to Sheikh at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah, hi. When I go in, when you are in the test, when I'm in the test reader site, and I click on content, I want to see what I would like to do in the next week is to look through all of the content that's linking to the new header and footer and make some content changes, some edits in it. So I would like to see within the content area all of the pages that are linked. How do I do that? Because it seems to me that when I look there are some pages that aren't linked to live pages. I think they're sat there because they are old pages or doing something else. So if we're in test readers now and you went into structure and content, if you go into content and see that list,
One minute, sure.
you see what I mean? So if you wouldn't mind clicking on the menu bar at the top, if you could click on content now, on the black bar.
Yeah. No, she's doing here this content.
Content.
Okay.
Yeah, if you click that.
Okay.
See this list here of pages.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can tell what I want to see here is all of the pages that I have linked from the header and the footer, so that I can change their page titles, their headings, make sure that they're right. How do I tell from here what's a linked page and what isn't?
Okay.
For instance, CDN test at the bottom, what is that? Is there kind of like an indication? Normally in a CMS, you would see a tree structure, and you would see your home page. Then you'd see pages underneath the home page, and then pages first level, second level. This isn't the structure that we have with Drupal. So how do I tell what's linking from what the tree structure is?
Oh, 1 second, Sue.
Okay.
Sue?
Hi.
Yes, Sue. So we can understand that you are asking from the list you have showed. From the wait, go to that list, Sheikh. From this list, you want to know which pages are linked under header and which links are linked under footer. You want to find that, right?
Yeah, normally in a normal CMS, I would see a tree structure with a home page, and then I would see my primary navigation nodes, if you like, would be about readers, and then I would see what pages come under about readers, and I would see the next section, which might be using readers, and I'd see the pages underneath there. Do you see what I mean? But I can't see the structure from this. Unless there's another area where I could see the structure.
As per the Drupal standard, it is not possible to use. So this is the default Drupal standard. So we are using Drupal 7 version. For as per the version, the content will be showing in a single pages. So all the pages we can see it, but with using the same page, we can't able to find what are the pages we are using in header and what are all the pages we are using in footer. Sublinks.
So I get that. So Drupal doesn't provide it.
Yes.
Where is the page? So what I'm seeing here, where I see something called Pearson English Readers Make Any Learning or Teaching Plan Better. That's the heading, the H1 of the page.
Yes.
Where can I see the page title?
Oh, okay. I can understand. So, for example, so this page you want to change, then you have one option here, edit. So once click the button, and we can see the page title here and page content here.
That's a page title and page content. Where's the what URL would that have?
Okay. So after coming down the content, and here we have the some page settings. So here we have the URL path setting. So once you click this setting, and you can see the URL structure here.
Okay.
And we can change the URL structures with using this option too.
Okay. So it tells me that the URL is using readers. Where does it tell me where that appears in the structure? Does that appear underneath the home page or underneath another page? Where does it show me where that appears in the structure?
Hierarchy. No, we can't find a hierarchy from this page structures view. So Drupal is not providing the hierarchy structure for the pages. So it is providing the hierarchy structures for menus and the contents, images, but it is not they are not providing the hierarchy structures for pages.
Okay, so how does Drupal manage a site of many thousands of pages, and how do the content editors know where everything is?
Yes, actually, usually in a Drupal and WordPress, so these kind of PHP related CMS, so we have set a categories. So we can set a categories for the pages. Once you created the pages, so we can create a multiple categories. For example, so if I create 3 pages and it is coming under about readers, then I will just create a new categories and set it to the components and gradings this menu. So with using the categories, we can filter. So where are all the these pages where we can use these pages, so we can easily able to understand with using the categories. But as of we are not using the categories.
Is that something I can do? Because that would make it very much simpler for me to check where everything is in the site.
1 second. Sue?
Yeah.
Let me check and let you know, Sue. So
Okay,
sometimes I'll just search any modules or Drupal existing modules are there for that requirement. So if it is available, then definitely I will do the process.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have any other stories? POCs manager.
So the last story is POC. As an admin, I need the English.com blog updated so that I can share post. So this is updated upgrade version for 4.9, but now the WordPress has launched a new version 4.9.1. So I have tried in my local with the 4.9.1 version with using the version. So there is no breaks and there is no functionality breaks and in any issues. So we don't face those kind of issues. Actually, it is perfectly working fine. This sprint I will update the WordPress version only for the test server, because this sprint I'm just doing all the settings in my local system only. So next sprint I will do the same settings in the test server. Then only we can come up with the solution whether any breaks are there in the server or not, because we are using different kind of OS, because in local I'm using Windows or Mac OS, but in test stage server we are using Linux server, and we are using different kind of configuration. But in my local configuration, there is no effects. Everything is working fine for the new version. So next sprint, let me update the version, latest version to the test server, and once I updated the test servers, and we can able to find everything. So after that, I will let you know, Shu. So if everything is working fine, then we need to we can take it to the stage and production. So if we facing any breaks, and we need to report it to the good news team, team, so they will fix it, because the team and the content and the backend support is providing by them. So they need to fix it. So if we face any problem, we will report it to that particular team, and once they fix it, then we will move it to the stage and production.
Okay, thanks. Is the blog does it sit on the same production servers as the rest of English.com, the rest of the website?
Yes, you.
It
We are
does,
using
okay.
the same server for English.com, blog, and Pearson readers.
Okay. So if Kalpana could clone that story and turn it into a
Sure, Sue. I can do that.
into a test site, that would be good.
Okay, sure, Sue. So I think we are done with the review, right? Okay. Sheikh, can you stop sharing your screen?
Yeah, okay.
So I'll just share the velocity tracker once you.
Okay.
So I just need to update the velocity for the QA because we don't have money or Subranshu now. So I just update for Valliyappan.
Okay.
So,
Will,
and
will
the
there be
velocity is. Sorry, Sue.
will there be any impact having just one person instead of two people?
Previously we had two people, but they were shared. So both were shared actually. So no difference. But still, Valliyappan is a single resource, but also he is a shared with other team. So which means we do have some negative impact here. I'll check with the QA management for additional resource, Sue, because if you are going to work on the blog update, then we might need a full-time resource.
Okay.
Currently, we are in lack of QA resource. I'll check with the QA management and check for the additional resource before the start of the sprint.
Okay. Are you okay for test resource for the next sprint in order to publish to take the rebrand live?
No, Sue, we would still need one more resource or one other additional,
Full resource?
either full-time or one shared resource, because we only have one resource who is a shared now. So only half of the velocity he'll be able to provide for marketing team, so which is not enough for us for the rebranding and other English, ELT
It's
stories.
not enough only for rebranding.
Yes.
So Kalpana have got a commitment to launching the Reader's Rebrand in this next sprint. So it should go live on the 22nd of December. And is that in doubt?
No, Sue, we will check with the management and fix that gap issue, Sue.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll include you in that email if required. Yeah. So, and then moving on to the backlog grooming. So, created the sprint. We only have 15 minutes more. Would it be okay to? Okay, so Sue, we only have 15 minutes for backlog grooming. Would it be okay if we have the meeting tomorrow?
I don't have the time tomorrow. We might have to fit it into Thursday.
Okay, Thursday we also have planning.
Yeah. Or we can carry on for 15 minutes. I don't think it will take that long.
Okay, fine. Okay, then we'll just move on. So ELT 1468. So here we looked into that story, Sue, and we would need the titles, the number of titles that we are going to work on the sprint 82, so that we can estimate accordingly.
Yeah. So they'll be available by Friday or perhaps Thursday because Claire's working on them now.
Okay.
And also, Sue, we have remaining 44 titles from the previous print, and you have mentioned 48 titles. So it will be additional 48, or it is the same previous one you are mentioning here?
I think it's going to be additional 48 on top of the 44 that are left over from the last sprint. And then also there's another story that I've put in for the 24 new ones. So there'll be quite a lot of activity around the catalogue.
Okay, sir. Okay, so how many points, Srinidhi? It's 44. 93. Do you want to split the story? So can we split the story, Sue, to complete the remaining 44 and then pick up the 48 in the other sprint? Would that be okay?
I don't think so. I think I'd like to try and get it into this sprint if possible. Isn't this the last time 44 titles was about 3 points, so
Right. The same would
So-
be. Would we have the same Srimati? 3 points. Yes, you. If we have 44 titles, then we would estimate 3 points for the story.
let's just estimate it and see how we do, because I'd like to get all of the web updates in the next sprint if possible.
All of the titles. 93. She wants us to estimate for 93 titles. 93. Hmm. 6 points. Okay, I think we would need more points if we have 93 titles in a single sprint queue, because we would have to include both the development and the testing effort, and that would take around 8 points.
Okay. And then there's also the 24 new titles.
Right. I think that's a different story, right, Sue?
It's a different story, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's the same. It's the same sort of work.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll just open that 1450. Srinidhi, you wanted a clarification on this story, right? Yes. Sue, can you please explain more about the story, like about the new sub landing page?
Yes, I think I'll have more clarity for Thursday, but at the moment, this is a collection called Story Readers, and they are a sub section of kids readers.
Subsection kids readers.
Kids readers. So I need to establish with the stakeholders whether they would want to have 2 kids and story readers on the same landing page or a separate landing page. But it would be, the landing page would be in the same way that we've just looked at the active readers landing page. It would be that sort of thing.
Okay, Sue. Do you want to estimate it now, Srinidhi, or once we get the full information? Okay. Sue, we will hold on with this story. So once we get the full information, we will estimate this story. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Next one is the clear one, I guess. 1428, the buy option. This is pending work from the previous sprint, so we will take that. I'll just keep that story into 82 and this as well.
I don't think there'll be very much work on that one because you've already provided the, I think 2/3 of the elements that I need. I just need another element to bring in a form that I'll build myself. So that shouldn't be too much work.
Is that so, Srinidhi?
So in this user story, we need to embed 2 iframes, and we need to create one form, right?
New form.
Yeah, new form for buy locally, and we have some functionality work for buy locally, and we need to include 2 other iframes. And one more thing, last time we was discussing about the iframe content changes, right? Sue?
Yeah, I think it's like I don't know if you can kind of show me where we are with it, but I know we don't have very much time, but I think we're nearly there. Basically, I just need 2 iframes, a structure of 3 columns with 2 iframes, and 1 column of content, which I think you've provided already, which was the content from buy locally.
But last sprint we was discussing about the first form, Sue, because we was starting to replace some contents in the first form. So is it ready, Sue? The new content changes form?
No, but it will be by Thursday.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
That's it.
fine.
It's just I would just provide you with a link because it's
Shall I move on to the next one?
yeah. Move on to the next one.
1458. I think all the remaining stories. 1458 is clear and 1422 is also clear. 1367 is clear and we have estimated. I think we can discuss more on the planning day.
Yeah, this
So
one.
1377, yeah, we will discuss this now.
So as a web manager, I want a responsive block feed for the Pearson ELT homepage. So can you please explain it elaborately, Shu?
So let me explain to you that previously she tried to get a feed to bring into the Pearson ELT website, but it didn't work responsibly terribly well. So she wants to have another try at that. So we've got the capability within the Pearson ELT CMS to bring in a feed through an iframe, I guess.
So we are providing the API to the end user for the block feeds. So I'll share this URL. So here we have added the multiple combinations of block feeds. So for example, so we can display only one block or two block. We can display the separate particular block, and we can display the latest blocks, and everything we are mentioning here in that page. So if they want to, for example, here display the particular category of the block, and we are just passing the particular category URL. So view output, able to see all the output in this page, so they can easily get the content from here. So I think this page will be helpful for the developers, ELT team.
Okay, and will the responsiveness of that content be the responsibility of this code or of the Pearson ELT CMS?
Yes, it is a responsible response content only will showing that iframe, and we can embed the code into any of the platform like CMS or PMC or Drupal, WordPress, static HTML, and whatever it is, we can easily embed this code, and it is responsive. It will be automatic. Yeah, it will be automatically allowed.
Okay. We'll give it a try, and it seems like there's no work your end then, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, yes, because we have already this, so I don't think we will work for it again, because all the features we are listing out here. So if you want any additional details, additional categories apart from this, then we will work for it.
Okay, all right. We'll have an experiment and see how it goes, and then come back to you.
Okay, sure. I'll just
So you can
send the link to you.
move that one down. You can move that one out. That won't go into this sprint.
Come against you?
We won't put that one in this sprint because there's work to do on our side to check if it's all working okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so moving on to the next one. Next one is a POC. POC to investigate if there are any requirements for the single cell consolidation.
So for this one company, I'm just waiting for timing from the one.com team to know whether we're moving across to English.com or not. And I'm not got a meeting with them until next Monday, the 11th. So I don't think this one will be in this sprint. I think it will be in the next sprint.
Okay, fine. So moving on to 1423. I think this is a Pearson Longman, right? Yes. So Shibon, we have a known issue with the Pearson Longman access. So I'm still doing the follow-up for that ticket, and keep you posted if anything positive we get it.
That's great. Thank you.
Until then, I think we need to hold on with the stories. Next one is also linked to the Pearson Longman, so I'm skipping those. Moving on to
Kalpana, could we flag both of those issues
as
some
blog.
way?
Sure.
Let's call them like server access issue or something like that.
Okay, Sue. Okay, Sue, I'll do that. Okay, and 1369 and 1368 we are clear with the requirements and we have estimated. So during planning we can prioritize the stories from the list of these 12 stories, and we can start the next print on Friday. Guys and pick the stories. So that's it, right, Sue, for the grooming session?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, fine.
Okay, sure.
Okay, Sue. Thank you, Sue and Shibon. I'll send out an invite for the planning, which will be scheduled for Thursday.
Okay, and I'll just clarify. What did I need to clarify? The buy page and whatever other one it was, I've forgotten. Oh, and somebody's going to get back to me about the Drupal content issue. You know, connecting up pages with catalog.
Right, Sue. Yeah.
With Kashmir.
Yes, Balaji will get back to you on that, Sue.
Yeah. Oh yes, I'll get back to you. Sorry, on the new story readers, whether they need a sub landing page or not.
Okay.
Those are my 2 action points for Thursday.
Right. Yes, Sue.
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you,
Thank you,
Shibon.
Shibon.
See you on Thursday then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.